This is what you need to know about the second changes of narcissistic relationships. Hey everyone! Welcome back to our YouTube channel, where we delve into the complex world of narcissism, navigating narcissistic relationships and finding healing along the way. It's always a pleasure to have you here with us. Today, we're tackling one of the most pressing questions surrounding narcissistic relationships. Can they change? It's a topic that's been on the minds of so many, and rightly so. So, let's dive into it together and explore the possibilities of change within a narcissistic dynamic. But before we get started, if you find value in our content and want to stay updated on all things related to narcissism and healing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We wouldn't want you to miss out on any of our upcoming discussions and insights. Now, back to the question at hand. Can narcissistic relationships undergo any sort of transformation? Let's delve into the two different paths this journey can take and explore whether real change is possible in these often tumultuous relationships. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's dive deep into this important discussion. When it comes to whether narcissistic people can change, it's not as simple as just saying, nope, done, next question. It's a bit more nuanced than that. The real deal is, narcissistic folks don't change much. Maybe there's a slight tweak here or there, but it's not enough to undo the hurt they caused. Sure, they might adjust their behavior for a bit, but as soon as their ego takes a hit, they're back to their old ways. So when we ask if narcissistic people can change, the answer is they can, but not enough to fix the damage they've done. Now let's talk about those small changes. They might start doing some nice stuff like saying thank you or being on time. Maybe they even go to therapy or make some effort after someone talks to them. These changes can make you hopeful, like maybe things are turning around. But let's be real, they're usually just small gestures, like bringing you flowers. They're not the big, meaningful changes you're hoping for, like genuinely apologizing or showing consistent empathy. So, yeah, they might change a little, but it's not enough to bet on a big turnaround. It's like trying to build a skyscraper with a handful of bricks. Sure, it's a start, but you need a lot more to make it happen. So, don't hold your breath for a major transformation. Now let's talk about these changes. Some of them might seem pretty appealing because, hey, they're making your life easier. Maybe they're pitching in around the house more or helping out with the kids. Then there's another type of change where they're cutting back on or stopping behaviors that were causing problems. Like yelling less, not getting angry when you ask them to do something, or laying off the criticism and inappropriate comments. It's like they're dialing down the bad stuff. This reduction in harmful behavior is a pretty big deal. Going from being yelled at 5 times a day to maybe once or not at all. That's progress. It's not just good for you because it's less harmful, but it's also a step in the right direction. Psychologically, when you take away something negative, like yelling, it's actually more rewarding than just getting a reward. It's like saying, hey, thanks for not being a jerk, and feeling pretty good about it. So yeah, these changes matter, even if they're not huge. The idea of change in narcissists is complicated. It's great when they add good behaviors, but most people would rather they just stop the bad ones. Sure, it's nice if they start taking out the trash, but it's even better if they stop yelling or betraying your trust. The problem with change in narcissists is that it's often small, short-lived, and inconsistent. It tends to disappear whenever they get frustrated or feel their ego is hurt. Plus, they usually expect a lot of praise for these small changes. If you don't show enough appreciation, they'll accuse you of being impossible to please and say you expect too much. It's a no-win situation. Another tricky aspect of change with narcissists is when they realize their behavior is wrong. For example, they might admit after the fact, I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have said that. Sometimes they might even apologize. Initially, you might feel hopeful because they acknowledge their bad behavior, but this only goes so far. They might keep doing the same harmful things and then repeatedly say, yeah, that wasn't cool. Some people might think, at least they know they're doing it, and that might seem like progress. However, many people find that it gets old quickly. They keep having tantrums and doing shady stuff, then saying, I messed up. Over time, this wears thin, but it's often mistaken for change. People might say, "Give them a break," admitted it's wrong, which just ends up enabling them. Whether it's adding good behaviors, removing bad ones, or acknowledging wrongdoings, these changes can test you in the trauma-bonded space. Many have told me, "I wish they hadn't made these changes because now I feel guilty stepping away." Despite these small efforts, bouts of rage, tantrums, and unacceptable behaviors often persist. Recognizing wrongdoing doesn't necessarily mean change. Only you know your tolerances. While I wish I could give a simple answer, it's complicated. Those holding on to hope may latch onto these small changes. Ask yourself, is getting yelled at once a day compared to 5 workable for you? Is a person who remembers to walk the dog and bring in the trash cans enough? Is someone who acknowledges their bad behavior but continues doing it enough? Some of you may say yes, many of you may say no. Be aware that these micro changes can strengthen the trauma bond and magnify pity and guilt, keeping you stuck in narcissistic relationships. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more insights, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to check out the free book and details on one-on-one consultations in the description. You're not alone in this journey. I'm here to help you thrive. Until next time, take care of yourself and stay strong.